Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Cryptos are going completely crazy today. We just saw some very insanely huge pumps with some crazy dumps followed as XRP just hit like 52 cents or so. ADA, I don't even know where it was at, like 90 cents maybe, because right now it's fallen down 6 and it's still above 80 cents, meaning that one went crazy as well. BNB went to about $140, $150. Things are going crazy, but the most fun out of everything, in my opinion, is my bet on AVAX or Avalanche, whatever. So I told you guys a couple of days ago that I bought it at $30 when it was already up about 50 or so percent on the day. It was kind of just a dare to myself. And now I notice we're up another 50% or so in just the last couple of days. And that to me, ladies and gentlemen, really means altcoin season is here. We're seeing coins pump and dump like crazy. The altcoin market cap is so ridiculously high. At least $500 million is probably, again, if you take 1.36 trillion and deduct 0.84, you'll notice at least somewhere it was about $500 billion worth of altcoin market cap. That is insane. We are breaking records and we are all part of it. So I'm really happy to be able to share that with you guys. But look at ADA's strength here. Look at the growth. That is immense in my opinion. Having said that though, guys, make sure you comment down below what your favorite altcoin is, and also make sure you press the like button to help with the YouTube algorithm. Now, I've been tweeting a couple of things out today, for example, that Ripple could be forced to turn over its emails with the SEC. The lead plaintiff in a class action suit against Ripple wants the company to produce its email communications with the SEC. Now, this to me actually has two sides, as I do not think this is a bad thing and I do not think this is a good thing, as documents like this can help give us some clarity, but they might also provide some negative narrative towards Ripple if these emails become live and something negative was kind of discussed in there basically. But let's see. In a recent filed motion, Bradley Sostak, the lead plaintiff in a class action lawsuit against Ripple, is asking the court to compel the blockchain company to produce its email communications with the SEC and turn over its documents starting from January 1st, 2015. Because this could really show that the SEC has already warned them a couple of times within these years or something like that. Moreover, Sostak wants Ripple to remove redactions from its documents apart from those that were redacted for privilege. The plaintiff states that the defendant's privilege claims should be explicit and specific. Ripple's refusal to provide a log for its privileged redactions is described as pure gamesmanship, since they are required to explicitly specify the nature of redacted parts under federal law. The plaintiff claims that all improper redactions that are related to privacy, confidentiality, etc. have to be removed. A court hearing on the motion has been scheduled for March 25th, 2021, so we have a new date. Now, I think this is going to be thrown out the window, because it's usually the way that these big companies that have really big deals with the SEC get some smaller court cases thrown against them too. In this case, it is a class action lawsuit, so it's a little bit bigger than a small little court case. But so they get them thrown at them, yet the judges, or basically the whole system, is really more so working on the big lawsuit against the SEC. So they don't care about these smaller suits too much. At least that's, again, the way that I've kind of viewed these things happening. But it's not necessarily a certain thing, right? Again, I'm not a native English speaker, guys. Please cut me some slack. Ripple's settlement talks with the SEC. Prior to front-running the announcement of the SEC's lawsuit in late December, Ripple's unsuccessfully tried to settle with the regulator, according to CEO Brett Garlinghouse. While Ripple asserts that its settlement communications with the SEC are irrelevant, Sostak is asking the judge to force the company to produce them. The motion states that the emails between the SEC and Ripple are important because they deal with the same issue that it at the heart of Sostak's class action lawsuit, XRP status as a security. Quote, "This case is no different. Defendant settlement communications with the SEC are relevant because they cover precisely the same subject matter at issue in this action. For 2.5 years, the SEC investigated defendant's sale of XRP. After the thorough investigation, the SEC determined that defendants sold under securities and filed suit. Any settlement communications between defendants and the SEC necessarily address the central issue in the instant action. Is XRP a security? Those communications will help identify witnesses, facts, and documents which plaintiff may use at trial to support his claims. They will reveal evidence defendants believe support their defense that XRP is not a security, which will expedite discovery. Interesting, huh? Interesting. To me, it's really interesting, though. But Bradley Sostak took Ripple to court in May 2018, very long time ago, on behalf of other retail XRP investors, accusing the company of illegally offering the unregistered token. And as reported by U.Today, a similar class action lawsuit was filed by Florida-based purchaser Tyler Toomey back in January. Sometimes I wonder, what do these guys want? Did they just sometimes invest purely because they want to sue somebody, or what? Because if you start to think about it, these guys all understood Ripple's whole motion. They all understood Ripple's whole idea in XRP. They most likely, unless they were really, really stupid, but I don't assume so if you can go for a lawsuit like this, they most likely all understood that XRP was a cryptocurrency and it wasn't giving you ownership in Ripple. So where did they expect then, that it was different than what it is, basically? So they all invested, and now they're coming back at it like, Ripple sold an unregistered security to me, But where's the problem, though? Only because it went down in values that they're making a problem out of it? And then all of a sudden they're like, whoa, yeah, but it was Ripple's fault for something or something like that. How does it all work? How do they sometimes get up out of bed and be like, yeah, I'm going to sue Ripple today because I lost $50, for example. The last lawsuit from Florida is about freaking $50. The lawsuit fees, or the fees for the lawyer, 1 hour is going to cost him 4 times that. So I don't really get exactly the whole idea, unless they really think get rich quick. It's America, let's make a couple $1 million in a couple of years here by suing somebody. If that's their idea of how the world should work, then okay, but I'm assuming you should just back off, take your loss, and let it go. If the SEC wants to sue them, they'll fix it. Why do you want to involve yourself so happily with it? What do you have to gain? I think some of them might call it justification, where they're like, well, we're going to justify Ripple for selling on top of us. In a different end, though, I think they are just kind of sad they lost money on this thing, because if they won a lot of money, they probably wouldn't have done that, right? Logically speaking. Then cryptocurrency market cap hits 1.4 trillion and surpasses Google stock. The total crypto market cap over to Google stock days after Tesla announced a $1.5 billion investment, and right now we dumped ETH. Was pretty interesting to me, how he fell back down so quickly after hitting that. Most likely some interesting barriers were hit. I don't actually think there was any news which got the space down. At least I haven't found it. I just saw that we hit some higher marks. It might just be some manipulation from the top, though, as beating Google, that might have already put some extra fear. And I have it open here as well. It's too late for Tether fear to really kick in. And I think that most other parts of fear for the crypto space actually will not do that good. But in a different sense, I do think that the amount of greed and fear in this space is at all-time highs. And really, when you start to notice that people think that the space cannot fall down or things cannot turn around anymore, is when you should be most fearful of your money. And even though I'm not cashing out, right, I'm not cashing out crypto, I am thinking about buying more altcoins now that we've dipped a little bit again. Some nice -10s on some of these coins, making me want to put some more money in, to just quickly take, for example, a 10% gain and then restash my money on some of these coins. Because again, I already have a lot of coins. When you start to notice that people are so extremely unfearfully investing with these sense that everything's going to go on forever, is when you should know you're close to the end, partially, but also that things will turn around again because people will fear out of them. Because right now, Cardano, for example, right, it went on for huge surges, even today, 20% up. What you're noticing is people are saying, ADA can never stop, it is going to go on, and people are just mindlessly investing in ADA. One point or another, it is going to turn around. The price is going to go down. And the question is, how many people will really have bought it for the sake of ADA, and how many people will have bought it for the sake of buying this currency that can never go down? Because if you think something can never go down, you're definitely wrong, because things can go down. And once it goes down just a little bit, you're going to sell because you have weak hands. At least that's what most likely is happening with a lot of these coins right now. People are too excited. And still over the dailies, though, we're doing pretty damn amazing. We're just down over the hourly, basically having a pretty big dump right now. But if you check most of these altcoins, we're still up ridiculously much over the last couple of days. AVAX here actually is still gaining. And I'm, by the way, staking this one for, I think, 7 days or so, because the percentage that you get is just insane. And I didn't buy that much, depending on how much you think is much. but it definitely was a nice amount, especially if you're staking that for free money, for example. Maybe I have like 20 coins or so. Because again, I like to just put in $1,000 into a lot of these coins that I know a little bit. No, I guess I have like maybe I thought I had 30 coins or something like that, but yeah, because I bought at about $30 per coin, I think. So I might have 30 AVAX or so. Not too much, maybe a lot, depending on what you view it at. But the staking for AVAX is really amazing, which I'm doing over on, I believe, Binance. So yeah, hopefully that's going to be a nice little amount of profit. A lot of other coins I've been purchasing, guys, just because I'm like, hey, screw it, right? It's really alt season here. I got to invest myself in a lot of these coins. And I think my portfolio is up like, again, my altcoin portfolio is up like 25% or so today, doing splendidly. We made a good sum. And that's, again, what you get by investing into altcoins. And in times like this, it's just really amazing. Now, am I sticking with Bitcoin? Yes, I still have quite a large sum of money in Bitcoin as well, as I do think that it's kind of the standard, right? So I got to kind of ride that wave for the longest amount of time. However, I saw a couple of people cashing out some BTC right now, and I'm not going to say that's a bad thing, because selling some Bitcoin for altcoins right now could be the most proper choice, as Bitcoin has kind of shown the bigger moves are gone. It's already gone from 19,000 to about 48,000, so it can really be up to altcoins now to get those extra amount of gains. And sometimes I think about it. BNB here went up from $75 to $150 in like 2 days. A hedge fund can do for that sum of money 40, 50 years, and we can do that in a couple of days. Sometimes I just think it might be worth it to bet our money on stuff like this, just because crypto will get bigger in due time, and the gains here are just immaculate. You can get in a couple of days what you could get in a couple of years. And sometimes when I started to consider that, I'm just like, yeah, let me go all in. But then again, I hold myself back because going all in crypto is definitely not the smartest move, but getting into it is definitely always smart. Then Chainlink hits new highs, but is Link about to pull another 150% parabolic move? Link is in price discovery mode, but one chart suggests that it's about to explode by 154%. Now, I'm not going to say that Chainlink is the only one. As I just said, I like a lot of these altcoins. So again, I'm just spreading the wealth here. I'm spreading the money over a lot of these things, and I'm also more so thinking now about buying more of these exchange tokens like OKB, HT, Huobi token, and BNB, more so because we know exchanges are going to be getting bigger. And I actually recommended, I know, and it's not financial advice, but I actually recommended people to buy BNB at, I think, like $18 or so. It wasn't too long ago, actually. It was a little while ago here. Even at $23, I think we also recommended it. Mostly because I told you all, if you buy BNB, there's almost no chance you can go wrong because it is an exchange token. And we all know if retail investors are going to be coming in, or basically more people join the crypto realm, more people are going to be trading on Binance, so the coin is naturally going to keep going up in value. On a different end, none of this is financial advice. It's just some advice I'm giving to you as a rational thinker here. If a coin is being used on a platform which will only get more and more members, it should, theoretically speaking, keep going up in terms of value. But also, guys, check out GSX. A link is down below. I have personally put a couple $1,000s in. That doesn't mean you have to, but I did because right now it's 10 cents a coin, plus a 50% bonus, plus a 5% bonus for using my link. And it is the first gold-backed coin and a growth coin, which is basically stable coin, but then better in the sense that the assets backing it are going to keep going up, but the supply stays the same, which is an interesting concept. And I just put some money into it because, hey, what if it goes crazy? What if it gets a lot of hype surrounding it? What if they go crazy right after the pre-sale, basically? It sometimes happens. You know, GRT, we got the chance to purchase it, didn't do so, and all of a sudden, boom, crazy surge in price after the start. And the start was here at about 10 cents or so. We even got a chance to buy at 30 cents, but it looks kind of scary. Right now, we're at $1, basically time 10ing in a couple of weeks. Sometimes I want to slam my head for not buying as soon as I can at the ICO or stuff like that. So I just buy a lot of these coins, which I get, shown by most of you guys most of the time. I buy them just a couple $1,000s worth because I'm like, what if it go times 10? A couple $1,000s is a lot, I know, but if I lose it, it's just annoying. If I win, for example, 50,000 or so, that's life-changing money. You guys know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's the way I sometimes go about these things. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And also go follow me over on Twitter. Go follow me. It is TheDustTBC. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video.